What is punctuation? The English language has a system of symbols and signs known as punctuation. So why do we need punctuation? Well, punctuation shows us how to structure sentences and how each sentence should be read. Colon. A colon consists of two dots, one above the other. A colon can be used for the following: to separate independent clauses, to introduce an example, to introduce a list, to provide an explanation, to introduce a quotation, or to show emphasis. To separate independent clauses, an example of this would be, they will not make it home in time. The roads are very icy. To introduce an example of this is, if Stacy was going to make a cake, then she needed all the ingredients. For example, flour, eggs, butter, and milk. To introduce a list, an example of this is, Joe went to the shop and bought a new bag, stationery, and a water bottle. To introduce a quotation, the example of this is, James wrote, "Happy birthday. I hope you have a nice day." Lastly, to show emphasis, an example of this would be, you have two choices. Finish your homework or get into trouble. Semicolon. A semicolon consists of a comma with a dot above it. Semicolons are used to join two independent clauses without using a conjunction like and. Semicolon is stronger than a comma, but weaker than a full stop. For example, I'm not crazy. I just see things my own way. Or, Stacey loves to read books. She reads a new book every day. So why would you want to use semicolons? Let's have a look at some examples. Gareth slept soundly. Isabel was crying. This was quite rare. Gareth slept soundly. Isabel was crying. This was quite rare. The two statements have somewhat different meanings. In the first case, what was rare was the fact that Isabel was crying. It had nothing to do with Gareth. In the second case, however, the rare event is Gareth being able to sleep while Isabel was crying. Rule 1. Semicolons connect related independent clauses. A semicolon can join two closely related independent clauses. Examples of this include, I have 3 friends, 2 from France and 1 from China. Martha has gone to the library. Andrew has gone to play football. Rule 2. Delete the conjunction when you use a semicolon. You should not use a semicolon and a conjunction, for example, and, but, or, in the same sentence. Use one or the other. For example, I saw a magnificent albatross and it was eating a mouse. Instead, when you add a semicolon, you take out the and, so the sentence would be, I saw a magnificent albatross, it was eating a mouse. Rule 3. Use semicolons in a serial list. Semicolons can be used to divide the items of a list if the items are long or contain internal punctuation. For example, at the circus, we saw a clown juggling with swords and daggers, a lion who stood on a ball, a fire eater with flashing eyes, and an 8-year-old acrobat. Rule 4. Use semicolons with conjunctive adverbs. When you have a conjunctive adverb linking two independent clauses, you use a semicolon. Common conjunctive adverbs include moreover, nevertheless, however, otherwise, therefore, then, finally, and likewise. For example, I needed to go for a walk and get some fresh air. Also, I needed to buy milk. I'm not very fond of sunflowers. Moreover, they don't smell very good. Quiz. Where could you add a semicolon to these sentences? I ordered a cheeseburger for lunch. Life's too short for counting calories. I saw a great bird and it was eating a mouse. Sally's birthday is in November. John's is in September. The wedding invitations have all been sent out. 200 guests are expected. The students have been advised against walking alone at night. However, Kathy decided walking wasn't dangerous if it was early in the evening. Pause to answer. Can you now match up the punctuation mark with its function?